What is up, mental patients? My name is Tormental, and I have something interesting to talk about. I know, big shocker. Tormental has something finally fucking interesting to say. But yeah, yesterday I put a post on Twitter. I tweeted, as it were, that I wanted to sort of do a video series looking at Town of Salem now and seeing if it has actually updated very much or has fixed any of the problems it's had or different things like that. Keeping in mind I left the game, like, 2 or 3 years ago now? It feels like 3 years. It's probably 2 years. But yeah, I've been away for a long time. I divorced myself of it and never looked back, except for yesterday when I thought to myself, you know, I wonder if they've actually fixed anything. I wonder if it's different these days. And wouldn't it be funny if it's not any different and it still has all the same problems and it's very barely updated, you know, different things like that, after 2 years of being gone. I got a kitty in the background. As you can probably hear, Kitty is sick. Kitty is sick. Mwah. But that's okay, we love her anyway, even though she has a goopy, weird face. But yeah, God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, stank-ass media. Blank Media Games, we have a history. I didn't like them scamming Kickstarter, which they inarguably and objectively did. They had rewards on Kickstarter that people paid for that they never did. You know, stretch goals. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and oops, no, never mind, we're not going to do it. We're putting that on the back burner indefinitely for 2 fucking years, or more, probably permanently. So you got paid to do stuff, you didn't do it, and fuck, what was all the other shit? It's hard to remember looking back at all this stuff, but they went like on vacations, you know, right after the Kickstarters, like a European tour and Vegas shit and stuff like that. Just all kind of sketchy stuff, you know, when you're not doing the updates that you were paid for. You know, then I sort of look at what you're doing, seeing if it seems legit. But yeah, put this up yesterday. Realized I couldn't really, you know, go back and do that. People would just say, oh, Tormental's going back to Town of Salem for views, or, you know, traffic or whatever, and I'd be like, well, you know, you realize I haven't even been using my channel very much all this time. If I really cared about views that much, I'd be playing Fortnite every fucking day and putting up Fortnite videos and saying, can you find Slenderman in Fortnite? And the answer in the video would just be no. Thanks for your click. But yeah, if I wanted to just soullessly chill like that, that's what I do. But yeah, kind of a random thought. And today, or actually tonight I should say, on the 11th, I got this little hot stinker posted in my Discord chat. Somebody sent this my way. I haven't been looking into Town of Salem. I haven't really looked at what they've been doing. But somebody popped up and showed this to me. Basically, they have some kind of... they have basically a house fire going on at Blank Media Games at their headquarters. There's some problem with bots or people pretending to be bots and things like that. We'll get into that in a little bit. But what got me here is they apparently posted on Reddit about it, and this dude says Tormental is going to have a field day, which is funny because it's like I don't really give too much of a fuck what Blank Media does anymore. I don't give too much of a fuck about Town of Salem. It's funny to hear all the fuck-ups they've made over the years. When people say, did you hear this? Did you hear that? And I'm like, that's typical. But, you know, so it's funny to hear it every once in a while, but I haven't really been attached to it. I haven't been connected to it. I haven't been, you know, spending my waking hours, you know, thinking of ways to pwn them or whatever. But somebody just commented Tormental's going to have a field day, which I wouldn't have really cared, except for the response below. Now, the response below is from Achilles, who is Josh Britton, who is one of the two creators of Blank Media Games, one of the two main guys, one of the two initial guys from the very beginning that started the company, started Town of Salem. Met with lots of YouTubers, went to conventions to talk to YouTubers and have lunch with them and pay them to play their game and different things like that. So this is one of the two main guys, one of them two knuckleheads going on them vacations on Kickstarter money. And here's his reply. 13K subscribers after all this time. Well, actually, I had 14,000 subscribers until the adpocalypse hit and my videos started mysteriously not showing up in searches or in people's subscription boxes. It's almost as if people on YouTube are having a bad time right now, and it's very popular and commonplace to shit on YouTube and their terrible practices. But nobody tell Josh, because he's not very familiar with how the internet works, or websites, or business, or anything like that. 13K subscribers after all this time? Really killing it. He retire on that ad revenue yet? I mean, if you haven't retired on your stolen money that you swiped from children with their parents' credit card, you thief, why would I retire on the ad revenue? I'm guessing the audience for following a toxic YouTuber who calls devs human garbage was pretty small. Well, I mean, I gotta say, Josh, you're acting like human garbage in this reply. I call people what they are in my eyes, and Josh, when you abuse your players, when you steal from them, when you lie, because he's been, if you look through my old videos, I got videos up where I'm showing him saying something, and then I'm showing, the alternate evidence on the other side proving that he's lying about things. When you lie to your base, when you lie to your customers, when you lie to your fans, when you lie to your players, and you lie about them and you lie to them, and you lie, to get their money, and you take the money and you spend it on other stuff, and you don't even do what you promised to do with your game for the money, I call you human garbage. And when you reply like this, I didn't fucking do anything to him. I didn't do anything to Achilles. It's been 2 fucking years. Get over it, you sour sop. Somebody else mentions my name. Somebody else says Tormental is going to have a field day. And you start just attacking me? What the fuck, dude? What is your problem, human garbage? I don't know. Maybe there's a better term. It's 2018. We should come up with a better term. Hashtag harbage? I don't know. But yeah, so it just gets me how I'm not even part of this conversation. Somebody drops my name, and Achilles already goes on the attack, while claiming not to be human garbage. I'm sorry, harbage. Yeah. So here we have a post from Josh, a.k.a. Achilles, a.k.a. Harbage, about dealing with bots. We have been putting in a lot of countermeasures to mess with the bots, and through that I have found out a lot about the behaviors of the so-called bots. Alright, so first of all, this sounds like a creepypasta written by a 13-year-old. I was on the internet and I wrote a program to mess with the bots. It doesn't sound like a very professional thing, but what do we expect? What have we done so far? First, a patch that would detect if someone was spamming the same thing over and over again, and auto-suspend them. You mean you didn't already have that? This is the first time I'm reading this, so my reactions are going to be a little over the top. You didn't already have a spam filter on Down to Salem? Really? Camp Cadaver had a spam filter before we released it. Like before anybody tried it. Did they really have no spam filter? You guys let me know in the comments. Did they really have no spam filter that would suspend you for spamming? Jesus. It was designed to reduce the number of strikes against you as you chatted without repeating yourself, but some players still got auto-suspended. Oh, so you fucked it up too. I think you have to have a pretty bad habit of repeating yourself to get caught in it. Well, just blame the players, not your shoddy programming. But regardless, the bots changed their scripts and worked around it quickly. So the bots... Oh, man. It's glorious. They put in the countermeasure, and the bots just changed around the countermeasure and got away with it. The next attempt was a new moderator command. That requires moderators to be in the rounds with spammers. Okay. New moderator command that bans the user as well as their IP they logged in on. I would have said the IP, but there works just as well. We spent hours and hours IP banning hundreds of bots accounts, but they still kept coming. And they don't stop coming. Clearly these aren't... Okay, so we banned the IPs of hundreds of bot accounts. Have you thought of joining one of those services that provides like a list of IPs that should be automatically banned, like proxy IPs, like a blacklist for IP addresses? I don't know, maybe they have, but it doesn't say it here, so they just hand banned hundreds of IP addresses. They have to be proxies. So why not join, one of those things, get one of those lists, and keep it updated regularly to keep proxies blocked? I don't know. Clearly these aren't users who run a script and go do something else with their day if they are so quick to cycle their IP and get back to spamming. Or it's a bot that cycles its IP and gets back to spamming. I mean, it could be a person. It likely is a person. That's fine. But, I mean, to, just assume that seems a little like you're not, thinking. The third attempt was a large change to our networking protocol to guarantee any third-party client/script would fail to log into our server. You have to be using our actual client after the patch to log into the game. So, still, immediately after the patch, the spam bots are there. Okay. So what does this tell us? You failed to keep out bots. No. What does this tell us? They aren't actually automated bots. They are a group of no-life losers who spend literally hours of their time banning IPs from their shitty game. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. That's not what it says. They aren't actually automated bots. They are a group of no-life losers who spend literally hours of their time every day manually creating accounts, logging in, spamming with some kind of chat macro, getting banned, making new accounts, cycling their IP, and doing it again. Oh my god, internet trolls exist? Really? I thought they was just a myth. But, I'm still not entirely on board with this. I'm still not entirely on board with the assumption that this is a group of no-life losers. 400-pound men sitting on their bed at home. What can we do next? Constantly, people point at email verification as a solution, since that's what was spearheaded by ex-trial judges. Plus, it's kind of a good idea with any game you set up. Or any site you set up, really. Any service on the internet. Email verification is kind of a standard thing. Just saying. We can try that, but I can almost guarantee that if they're willing to cycle their IP in between bans, that having to take an extra 60 seconds to make a fake Gmail to register an account won't stop them, but only slow them down some. Still, we are planning to try that. Alright, so they're going to try the email verification anyway, which is good, try it anyway. Don't just, naysay everything, like you know everything that's going to happen and everything that's going on. I mean, that's not going to help. Why do that? You don't know. Maybe it'll help. Maybe that'll absolutely stop your problem. Or at least maybe it'll slow it down to a manageable level. Maybe that extra 60 seconds to make a Gmail account, maybe that extra 60 seconds is a little too much, and the quote-unquote bots, the people who are pretending to be bots, in your estimation, maybe they won't want to spend that extra 60 seconds. So maybe they'll give up. You never know. Since we know that they are just using some kind of chat macro on top of our client, we can work on some client-side solutions, such as disallowing copy-paste or having a CAPTCHA to solve in the event of a lot of chatbox messages. Okay. The CAPTCHA is not going to help if these are actual people like you believe, so that makes me wonder what's going on here. They think this is real people sitting there and spamming, not bots. So how would CAPTCHA stop that? Because that's real people. How would that stop that? I don't know. Maybe it'll go on to explain that. But disallowing copy-paste is kind of a silly thing, but I actually did that in Camp Cadaver just for people's diaries, like people's journals in the game. Because there's this behavior people have where it's like, copy and paste everything that's in your diary or we'll kill you, we'll vote you up or I'll execute you. And I really didn't want that to be how people played the game, to such an extent that I was ready to make that a hill I would die on. I was ready to say, okay, I hate that so much, and I think that detracts from the gameplay so much that I'm going to be a bad guy, and I'm going to step in and say, maybe you can't copy from your diary, just to stop people from threatening to kill you because you didn't copy-paste what they wanted to say. But yeah, that's just me. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know where Solutions like this are likely to hit regular users in some way, but it won't be a suspension ban at least. We are brainstorming some other client-side solutions to detect multi-accounting and block them right at the door as well. Other options will have to restrict new users, few games played, which sadly will be detrimental experience to a new user coming into the game if they are chat limited, but it may be a necessity if the bots persist. So my thought on this is, why do you talk about wanting to get rid of the bots, get rid of the players you think that are doing it, but yet you call them a bunch of no-life losers? Where is it right here? No-life losers. I mean, if you want to get rid of people who are causing a detrimental effect to your game, people who are making your game unplayable, who are making it untenable, people who are driving customers away from you, it's a bad idea to antagonize them and make them want to do more to you. It's kind of like how I wouldn't have made very many videos about Town of Salem if the developer here, Josh Britton, wasn't such a prick and such garbage as to take criticism. Because I didn't start out railing on Blank Media Games in Town of Salem. I didn't start out at, turning the dial to 11. I started out small, just saying, here are some suggestions, here are some thoughts, here are some ideas, about what might help, with the game. And eventually, after being threatened, if you keep asking for these changes, we'll make the game worse to spite you. Like, what the fuck? Different things like that over the years, I got more and more like, okay, so you don't listen to reason. All you listen to is somebody calling you names. Because, that's what gets to you. That's what gets to you is somebody who doesn't think you're awesome. I mean, oh well. So yeah, I don't know how many changes have been made to the game since I left. Maybe they fixed up everything, but I doubt it. Auto moderator, blah blah blah. All right, so we got some responses here. IP bans are stupid as fuck. Well, I would say blocking known proxies, at least as a minor half measure, can be, something a little bit helpful. Maybe it'll stop some people who are so lazy that they just go with, the first few proxies that they see available when they Google it. I don't know. IP bans are stupid as fuck, and anyone with half a brain knows that they, 1, don't work, and 2, affect innocent people far more than they do trolls. The fact that you guys would even think that's a solution, after saying in the past, 2, that you wouldn't do it because it doesn't work. Oh, did they? Blank Media in the past said that it doesn't work, now they're doing it? Okay. It says a lot about your competence as developers, and a lot about how desperate you're starting to get with this bot problem. The bots are winning due to your years of incompetence, and refusal to have any involvement in the trial system, or make basic changes to your game to make it harder for trolls to keep making new accounts once they get banned. Now here's the thing. There's no doubt in my mind that the developers of the game aren't very involved in the trial system, because the trial system was made for them by a volunteer. Someone else, a third-party person, volunteered and built the trial system for them. Keeping in mind, they were paid to make a trial system on Kickstarter, and yet they paid nothing for the trial system because they got it for free. But I guess that's a little more butter on your baguette when you go on your international tour. It was something... here's Josh again. It was something to try in a dire situation. Can you try to have a civil conversation instead of immediately jumping to personal attacks? Okay, Mr. No-Life Losers. I mean, that was your quote from your original post. Maybe you shouldn't jump to personal attacks. I don't know. If you want to get rid of bots, you should help by participating in the trial system. Josh says, I have personally banned a few hundred accounts in the last week, as has Shape and Pyro. Okay. People who are so silly as to keep sticking with these complete and utter thieves. But okay. That's it? I used to do 1,000 a day, but I mean, you guys refuse to give the actual people doing reports power, so shrug. So, here we have somebody saying that they used the trial system to go through 1,000 reports a day, and Josh saying that he has banned a few hundred accounts. By the way, a lot of downvotes on these replies. I don't know. Josh says, you processed 1,000 a day and had the power to remove Abby's reports from trial, but you had no power? How so? I don't know what that's a reference to. But anyway. You aren't serious right now, right? I hope you're not honestly saying you're that incompetent and don't even know how trial works. I got to say it again. The trial system was built for them by a volunteer. They probably don't know how it works. Like how YouTube doesn't know how their own algorithm works. By the way, that's an interesting thing. YouTube was asked to explain its algorithm, and the people at YouTube says, we have no idea how it works. But yeah, Bayron used to do more reports with him, Blue, and Abby combined. Over 3K reports got processed. Wow. He's got a legit point. Just because a situation is dire doesn't mean you turn back to something that you've proven has failed in the past and fully realized the downsides of just because let's fire, and hope something hits. Yeah. I think this is the original person who replied. I don't know. I was wanting to have a civil conversation with the devs. Yeah, welcome to the club. So I'm raising my hand in the air. None of you can see that watching this right now, but I'm raising my hand in the air. Here's somebody right here who was trying to have a civil conversation with them. Didn't work. I was wanting to have a civil conversation with the devs the whole time. I was a judge about things you guys could have done to help us moderate your game properly, but there was no way for judges to get in contact with you at all, except through Shape, who is barely ever online. Shape is Shapeshifter, by the way, who I believe... I could be wrong, but I think Shape is like the brother of one of the two developers, because they've got their families, running the company. Who was barely ever online, and who we never got feedback from when we asked him to pass things on to you. You refused communication with your trial volunteers, your community, your paying customers for years, and now you want to criticize other people for how they speak to you? Go fuck yourself. Oh, random person 196. You're not random in my heart. You're the main person. You're the protagonist in my heart. You're protagonist 196. Josh says, why are you here then? There's other things to do in life besides Town of Salem. Move on and be a productive member of society instead of concern trolling our Reddit. There's more productive things in life than make Town of Salem too. You shouldn't say that as a developer of a game, even to a troll, random is just trying to help you. See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize. I will occasionally get irate with people who I think are being, jackasses to me. But at the end of the day, I try to determine, are they actually trying to help the situation, or are they just, trying to destroy the situation? Somebody who says to me, Camp Cadaver is, cool, but the artwork sucks, which is my artwork. I could be like, ouch, my heart, I know it's not the best artwork, but ouch. But, in my brain I have to say, this is somebody who's saying that they like the game, but they feel that, something is holding it back. That's the point. They're trying to help, even if they're not using the utmost tact. But yeah. Are you projecting? Do you find what you do here productive? You're adding inhibitors for the entire community, punishing them because you can't take 2 seconds to think properly about how to handle this. Bless you, Kitty. Kitty sneezed. Seriously, calm down for 30 seconds and let your PR guy do his thing. Is that his cousin or his brother or his sister or his uncle? Which member of his family is the PR guy? Because he's got more experience speaking to this community than you, even if it rarely ends in his favor. You won't fix anything with spam filters or copy-paste prevention or captchas or anything going through your head right now. Think for a moment. These are bots. Bots run by people. People who are unpredictable and completely as human as you. Odd sentence, but I gotcha. Can you be fixed with a set of coded lines? People are the best computing power you're going to get, always overcoming obstacles even in the most unorthodox of ways. Stop thinking like a programmer. You're going to get ripped a new one by the community if you keep trying things this way. How dare you? How dare you try to be helpful? You no-life loser. I'm just pretending I'm Josh for a moment. Okay, look, everything aside, that's just plain rude and completely uncalled for. I think this is to the first person. Calling them incompetent? Nah, I'd say it's pretty accurate. I agree, though. It's pretty rude, but I agree. I feel you. I feel you. I agree, though. But telling someone they're incompetent is in a nice way is a lot more effective than telling them they're incompetent in a mean way. I understand that sentiment, and I applaud that guy for trying to be nice about it. The thing is that Josh, specifically Josh Britton, Achilles of Blank Media Games, he specifically has been told in a lot of nice ways about things and has been the person to instigate problems. He has been the person to say, you're complaining, you're bitching, shut up, that type of thing. And I'm paraphrasing, of course. But, that's, as I said, it all started because people were a little bit, tired of some stuff on the game. And gradually people got more and more disenchanted as Josh, was more and more of a dickhole. But, yeah. Alright, the entire player base relies on copy-pasting their info in-game to progress the game. You absolute dingus! I reiterate my previous invitation to play your dang game with the community. I wonder how many hours of the game the creators have played. I'm just curious. I don't know. Does anybody know their Steam names? Don't dox them or anything, but if their Steam names are public, I'd like to know how much time Josh Britton and Blake Burns have played Town of Salem on Steam, because that might be, that might be an indicator. They could play the web version, but if they have like 0 hours on Steam, I'm gonna question it. Because you're digging yourself a hole and learning absolutely nothing new about the problem you seek to fix. You want to kill your game because you can't take a step back and have a good breather and rethink your situation? Fine, go ahead. But it's you who's killing your game now, not these bots. For the last time, people are not a coding error you can fix like this. And here we have the comment that started it all. Tormental is going to have a field day. And from Josh the Harbage Britton. 13K subscribers after all this time, really killing it. He retire on that ad revenue yet? I'm guessing the audience for following a toxic YouTuber who calls devs human garbage was pretty small. Fucking. The problem is here that when I was making those videos, it scared the shit out of Josh. Like, he would, he really, I could tell in communicating with him, and I could tell with, from seeing how he would speak about certain things and how he would react to things. What, me making those videos was like a huge trigger to him. Like, he lost his shit. So now we have some new replies I haven't seen yet because they're not in the screenshot. Weird thing to say from a dev. This is peak TOS. The fact that a dev of the game is as toxic as the fan base. Ouch. Congratulations. That is a perfect assessment of the situation. Josh says, Tormental and I have a past. He made a 15-minute video personally attacking me by my real name. Your real name is on the fucking site, you stupid jackass. You're gonna pull this doxing shit when your name is on the goddamn... Your name is attached to the site, attached to the game. Your name is public. Your name is right there next to your fucking username, Josh. It's right there. Selectively put there by you. Oh my god, you dummy. And I made a 15-minute video showing that you were a liar, actually. I didn't make a video personally attacking you. I made a video showing a statement you made, and then showing evidence that you lied. Because you did. And if you can't attack liars, who can you attack on the internet? By my real name, dumbass, and calling me human garbage while he hides behind his anonymous YouTube account. My anonymous YouTube account I hide behind. Oh my god, Josh, you absolute moron. We've caught you in another lie. I think this is just, I think this is just him being stupid, though. I don't think this is actually necessarily a lie so much as it is him being stupid. He doesn't... This is the thing with Josh, and this is the thing with people like Josh. They never look into anything they're claiming. They just make the claim because it sounds good. Alright, so here's Tormental on YouTube, my channel with 13,000 subscribers. By the way, it was over 14,000. I'd like to know what the fuck YouTube is doing, taking away over half of 1,000. And I don't know why I didn't just say 500. Over 500 subscribers. Alright, so let's look at some of these links here. Let's look at slimebeast.com. This is a link right on my YouTube page. What does it say here? What does it say down here? Slime Beast is essentially the fearfic pet name of creative dynamo Christopher Howard Wolf, and it links to my Wikipedia page, which is not notable, but nobody tell them. Nobody tell them that this should have been deleted long ago. It goes to my fucking Wikipedia page with my name, where I was born, my date of birth. Ah, so anonymous, so anonymous. I think it's in the bottom too, isn't it? Yeah. Slime Beast is the creative home of Christopher Howard Wolf. Oh my god, anonymous. I'm totally anonymous, guys. You're totally not just, saying whatever you feel like. By the way, there's many ways to find my name. Like, I'm under my own name on Facebook. I'm under my own name on a lot of stuff. Yeah. He just likes to pretend that he's being doxxed by an anonymous troll, when in reality he is the troll, and I am a virtuous, wonderful beautiful little baby boy. But yeah. Oh my god, you're more toxic than the trolls. Very true. Here's a post. Ha 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 ha. Josh says, the fact that you instantly reply to this thread shows how active you are in the trolling. Really? I'm wondering, is there history here? Like, does Josh know this is someone who trolls, or is he just assuming that because they replied quickly? I don't know. The fact that you instantly replied to this thread shows how active you are in the trolling. I think he's saying that because they replied quickly, they're... Okay. And that you aren't just running some automated bot script like you want everyone to believe. Okay, so this is the guy. This is the guy from the screenshot thing, by the way, too. So I didn't know whether he, Josh had some knowledge of him being something, or whether it was just like he was assuming it. You want everyone to think you are a genius hacker that cracked our system, but really you are just a no-life troll using AHK on top of our client. You'll be dealt with. What a threat. That's a threat right there. So it's not a threat of violence, it's a threat of, you'll be dealt with. It's a threat of, like being banned, being permabanned, being blocked, being, some kind of threat. But the reason I point that out is because you're insulting and threatening the person who's making your game unusable currently. Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea, Mr. Developer? I don't know. I don't know if I can call you Josh anymore, because you might have me arrested for saying your real name. Eat a Snickers, Josh. Uh-oh, this person posted it. They know it too. Oh, random person 196. You're in trouble too for using Josh's real name. Eat a Snickers, Josh. You're not you when you're hungry. To be honest, he did crack your system. Josh says he didn't crack anything. He's just doing a lot of manual labor to troll. Alright. And then we get crossed out here, aka cracking your system without even needing to hack it or use cheats or mods. The fact he was able to abuse the system without even the need to use hacks, etc., just showcases how weak your system is. Ouch. You literally indirectly admitted it, lol, aka your system is shit. Well, see, here's the thing. In my opinion, Blank Media Games put in the least possible effort to make Town of Salem. They put in the least possible effort to update and run Town of Salem. Now, I'm not saying that it's not any work. I'm not saying that it's easy work. I'm saying that for what they did, they put in the least they had to get the game going and running and blah, blah, blah. So I don't think they paid too much attention to all of this, stuff in the past. The security, the, prevention of problems, different things like that. I think they just did what was quick and easy, comparatively, to get the game out. I don't know. Wait, I forgot. There isn't even a system. Honestly, I am happy there are spammers. I used to play this game religiously, and then the spammers made me quit. Same thing probably happened to others, meaning the game is dying because you guys spent more than a year doing minimal stuff to block out trolls. Alright, the original guy says, I didn't crack the system. Even toddlers on wheelchairs know how to crack the system. By the way, Toddlers on Wheelchairs is my favorite indie hipster band. But yeah. Achilles says, I'm scared to even imagine what your life must be like. Yeah, Josh, it's hard to imagine. I bet he doesn't go on any European tours. I bet he doesn't get his money by promising things to people he doesn't deliver. What a shitty life. What a shitty life. Actually, here's the thing. And I don't condone uh, spamming. I don't condone hacking people's shit. I'm not going to cry or worry about Josh and his, dev team having it happen to them because they've, sort of earned my apathy toward them. So I'm not going to care that it happened to them, but I also don't support it. But here's the thing. Logically speaking, if you have time all day to troll a game and you don't have to worry about where your paycheck is coming from, you don't have to worry about where your food is coming from, you don't have to worry about keeping a house over your head or a roof over your head. If you have an entire house over your head, you're in a basement, so maybe you are a troll. But if you don't have to worry about all that, and you can, if you want to, you can spend your whole day trolling a game, isn't that a pretty good life? Isn't that a pretty cushy life if you can afford to just sit around and troll all day and not have any worries about any other shit? I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good life to me. So that's what I always kind of don't understand when people are like, oh, you spend all day doing this? What a sad, pathetic life. I'm like, I don't know. He's probably eating cake while he's doing it. I wouldn't mind eating cake and calling someone, dumbass. I don't know. Spamming and eating cake sounds like... I mean, it's not the best thing you could do in the world. Not the most fun thing, but maybe it's really fun for other people. I don't know. It's like a foot fetish is what I'm saying. I'm not going to knock it just because it's someone else's thing. At least he is productive in something. I don't know why you guys are being so unprofessional. You shouldn't reply like that, even to trolls. Just hire a competent person who's an expert in this area and problem is solved. Best not to respond here, It's like lightning rod for Anger and the Weirdos. Anger and the Weirdos, by the way, is my favorite 1980s new wave band. Yes, you are indeed. Okay. That must be one damn good auto hotkey script if it can figure out the Mafia members and their numbers before it's even displayed. Bluethink. Huh. I haven't seen that happening since the patch. Oh, so it was happening. So the game got hacked and bots were spamming who was in the Mafia? Really? Is that what I'm reading here? The bots were exposing the Mafia in games, which is supposed to be secret. So they hacked the game and they knew who the Mafia were by their numbers assigned? Really? I mean, I'm surprised by that. I hate to harp on it, so I'll move on. I haven't seen that happening since the patch, and maybe you might if you actually played your own game. Woof. Foof. See, here's the thing. When I played Camp Cadaver with people, I got flack for playing Camp Cadaver. Because it was like, people were like, when you're in a round, as the developer, it makes people afraid to call you out or, say you're lying or blah, 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 or, vote you. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just trying to play my game, Trying to join you guys, trying to see what it's like, see what you guys do, see if you enjoy it, see if there's any problems. And, it's just funny how the opposite problem over here at Blank Media Games, I guess they don't touch it. Alright, disallowing copy-paste. Lol, you guys are so bad at this that it's funny at this point. ELO Hell 2, Electric Boogaloo. I guess we're kind of into the straggler comments where there's not really going to be much back and forth. Disallowing copy-paste. Genius, definitely helpful, 1010. Okay, Achilles, here are some of my thoughts, presented calmly. See, here's the thing. I mean, this was posted 1 minute ago, but I will guarantee you, well, I'll almost guarantee you, because now that I say this, Josh is going to go back and do what I'm going to say he won't do just to prove me wrong. So I would almost guarantee. I would almost guarantee that this calm post will not get a reply from Josh. Whereas you can see all of the kind of mean ones got a reply from Josh. So yeah. That's why people are mean to you, Josh. It's the only way you'll fucking talk to them. It's the only way you'll acknowledge that they said something to you. 1, I actually do agree with you about email verification. There are websites out there that let you set up an extremely temporary email account. You could block those providers, but whatever. 2, many here have, albeit much more violently, pointed out that disallowing copy-paste would not be a good idea. I'm inclined to believe them. Yeah, I mean, across the board, it's probably a bad idea. 3, I still have my doubts that these aren't bots with some level of automation. I still have my doubts that these aren't bots with some level of automation to them. 4, what things have been definitively ruled out for being able to stop bots? 5, are you certain BMG on its own is able to handle this? No. I can answer that right now. Oh, we're at the end here. Everyone, put captchas. BMG. Nothing we can do to stop the bots, except disable the exact phrase, I am a bot. Is that what they did? Did Blank Media Games combat an influx of spam bots by censoring out the phrase, I am a bot? Really? Okay. How weird that everyone laughs at the decision. Everyone, IP bans don't work. Just do captchas and email verification. BMG, nah, they're not bots. Let's disable copy-pasting instead. Okay. BMG refuses to acknowledge that those are real bots. Then we got Josh here again. We're going to put in captchas, but I know they aren't bots. There's no way a third-party client is connecting to our server right now. By the way, in the past, the developers of Blank Media Games said that their servers were unhackable. Like, you know, that cliche thing, that thing that you think nobody is dumb enough to actually say. They did actually publicly say that their game was unhackable, like couldn't be hacked. Because people were complaining about hackers, and the dev said, nah, our game can't be hacked. But as we can see, not only can it be hacked, but it has been in the past, and they've patched things to stop, you know, certain behaviors, like finding out who all the mafia are and things like that. All right, well, that's kind of a crazy thing. And this all exploded just because of that image that was posted to me of Josh talking shit about me for no reason. Somebody he hasn't heard of and heard from. Somebody who hasn't commented on him really in like 2 years, maybe? I mean, I might be wrong about the exact dates, but, you know, give or take some change. You know, 2 years and you're going to be a dickhole about it? Cool. If we look at Steam charts and look at Town of Salem, we can see that Town of Salem, since January 2015, all the way up until now, October 2018, it's just had this middling kind of player base. This is like peak players, you know, per month. And you can see it's sort of middling. It's been under 2,500 basically for its entire life, except for this point, December 2017. So it's been under 2,500 players for like the entire life of the game. And this is with them paying large YouTubers to play and promote it. PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, associated other YouTubers they work with. They've paid people to play the game and promote it, people with huge channels, still never got out of 2.5K as their average peak. Except for this one time, as I say. I have to keep pointing that out to keep it honest, you know, except for this one time. Now, here's the question, though. How many of these players are bots? How many, in October 2018 so far, the highest peak players, 1,320. How many of those are bots? 20? I don't know. 300? I don't know. 1,000? How many of those are not real? I don't know. But yeah, you look at the gain and loss of, you know, fucking players and things like that, and it's just a lot of red. There is green. You know, there's a lot of nice green there, a lot of nice increases, but the majority are decreases. And this game would have been great if it had developers who cared about the game instead of lining their pockets while simultaneously calling everybody names and threatening them. You know, they thought, Town of Salem, the developers, Blank Media Games, they thought they could pay their way to success. They thought they could pay YouTubers to hawk their game. They thought they could pay, you know, just to have people all love their game. But it takes a bit more than that. It takes actually caring about your game, and, you know, you don't have to do everything players say. Players aren't always right, of course. But you should at least try to determine if they're right or wrong and not just immediately always assume they're wrong. But yeah. Alright, so I am Tormental. This has been a rant video. It feels good to rant about shit after so long, because I haven't really ranted much for a while. I went through Hurricane Florence. That was a big whole fucking ordeal. Trying to get back on my feet. The cats are sick. Actually, after the hurricane, my neighbors couldn't get back because of flooding and road closures. So my neighbors asked me to go and feed their cats for them so their cats wouldn't die because they couldn't get back. So I went over and did that. Neighbors didn't tell me that the cats had feline herpes over there. So guess what? Now my cats have feline herpes. No good deed goes unpunished. Whether you're trying to speak truth to power by telling the town of Salem developers that they're fucking up, or whether you're trying to save your neighbor's kitties from starving to death, no good deed goes unpunished. That's the way the world is. And yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel with under 14,000 subscribers, with its growth completely halted because PewDiePie said the N-word or some shit. I don't know.